Hello, everybody. Hi. How are we doing? How's everybody? Okay, this is gonna get weird looking at that. Let's see here. Hold on. Music's probably way too loud. Let me turn that down. Hold on. Hello, guys. Hello. How are we doing? I've got like 30,000 tutorials open. I gotta close a bunch of these. Let me get some regular music going so I don't forget. But happy Wednesday. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you guys had a wonderful week. If you guys are not familiar with what's on my screen right now, I'm trying a new piece of software out. So we're going to be doing some Rizom today. And I just want to find some music so I can start doing the Rizom today. I don't trust that that's not copyrighted. Sure. The system has failed. Okay. Is this going to work? Come on, YouTube. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Got some music going. Got it all going. Nabil, Malik, hello, how are you? Good to see you. Let's see, I'm going to go live on TikTok. I'm going to try to anyway. Art. Let's see, let's change the name. Trying out new software. I'm sure that's going to get me so many views on TikTok. Alright, go live. I think we're live on TikTok. We are live on TikTok. Okay, perfect. Live on Instagram. I'm fine. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. I'm excited to be live tonight. Do I have all my chats up? All my chats are up on this screen, so we're solid there. So hi, everyone. Okay, so a little backstory. The minigun's done. I finished it the other day just because I wanted to get it done. So the bullets are in the chain. Everything's all linked up. If you didn't see the quick tip today, it was exactly on how I did that. So that's a good one to look at. But today I'm playing with a new piece of software that I have never used before. At least I don't think I have. I may have a long time ago, but I definitely didn't stick with it. So today I'm working with Rizom. Santi, hello. Hey, how are you? Ooh, Rizom. Have you used it before? I think so. I think I used it once before. But it was during a time where I didn't know what I was doing. So I've been playing with this for a little bit today, and it's actually really great. I think I will actually end up buying this because it's pretty fast. So yeah, we're gonna be doing some Rizom today. And I just realized, oh, it separated it. Beautiful. Oh, I love that. Okay, cool. Sweet. Well, yeah. So we're gonna be working on this. So if you guys have questions, you can ask them. I don't know if I can answer them about Rizom, but I can at least show you the basics that I know. I can say that it's definitely a lot more efficient than Maya's Unwrapping, but you know, when you're purpose building an application, of course it's going to be that way. Hello again, my hamburger. That's an interesting way to refer to me, but hi. Let's see. Rizom more useful for UVs. So far, yes, it's faster for sure. I had this. Let's see. I'm still getting used to using this thing. It's kind of, yeah, this one, I haven't figured out quite how to select objects yet, which is kind of a pain. Because like you can select your initial shells. What if I double click? Nope, definitely not double clicking. Yeah, I haven't figured out how to select objects themselves yet, so that's something to figure out eventually. Touched Rizom a couple of times, but I just don't know if learning new binds and what it can do better than Maya. So it does the same thing that Maya does, right? Like, I mean, UV mapping doesn't really change across applications, but what is cool about it is it's faster. So I do enjoy that. I do enjoy that it's faster. For instance, let's pick something here. So we'll look at, what do I want to unwrap next? We'll look at this thing, right? So we will isolate this. So we have, the only thing is like, it's easy to select your objects initially, but I can't figure out how to select them like, oh, wait a minute. JK, I just remembered. Hold on. I just remembered. So I can show you like this guy. Nope, that still only selects shells. See, I don't like that. I don't know if that gets better. I don't know. Still learning. Still figuring it out. So, hey Kelsey, how are you? So here we have this thing, right? This is our little minigun motor. What I like about it is it's actually really intuitive, right? So if we go and select our edge loops here, so if I select this edge loop and I select this outer edge loop, it automatically bridges across. You can cancel that if you want to. But one of the things I like is that, so if I go here and I cut this, cuts that. If I cut this outer edge, if I need to take that and split it, I can double click this and it will terminate it at those edges instead of just continuing through the whole mesh. And Maya can kind of sometimes be touchy on that, so I do appreciate that. But so far, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. The other thing I like is that you can select your first loop, and then you can just kind of travel around the mesh and shift select, and it'll automatically follow. So that's really nice. For me, it just speeds it up, and I think that's why I'm going to end up getting it, because I need to be faster at UVing. I do not like spending the amount of time that I do. Hey, what's up, Andrew? How are you? Guys, I want to remind you, this is live on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok. So whichever platform you choose, whichever platform you prefer, they're all there. Let's see. Oh, did I just mess up? I think I did. Movement is a little funky sometimes. Let's see. Did I get everything? Yeah, okay, so. I also like the shortcuts, since it's just an application for UV mapping. They're so simple. So like learning the shortcuts for me, it took like 5 minutes. Because they're intuitive. The problem is like Maya has so many shortcuts that you obviously can't tie everything to everything. So you have some funky combinations there, and like, I don't know, this is just really nice. For easy projects though, I don't think I'll use, I don't know, it depends. But I'm all about efficiency, so I wanna try to like get faster at this stuff, so I don't have to spend so much time on it, because this is honestly one of my least favorite parts of the entire process. Let's see. I'm doing good. Is that the lightsaber, or is this another model? No, this is the minigun. Here, I'll show you guys in a second. Here, let me just cut this real quick. Let me select it too, just so I don't lose my selection. Oh, lost my selection. That's cool. This is the minigun. So I've been working on this one live on stream for a little bit. So this is a new one. Is this a modeling or unwrapping? This is solely an unwrapping program. I'm doing good, Kelsey. I'm glad you're doing good. Hope you had a good weekend. Now I really need to figure out how to select an object. Because polygon mode, island, and groups mode. Tiles and trims. But how do I just select objects? See, that's one thing I'm really confused about. Because, like, yeah, I can do this. That also shouldn't be... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I select... Oh, shoot. Realize that one doesn't have the little nub on it. I mean, that's okay. It's not a big deal. Okay, so let's isolate that again. Wait a minute. Isolate. Oh, damn it. What is Rizom? Rizom is a 3D unwrapping program. So it's a lot like the one that's built into Maya. It's just faster. Which is exactly why I'm playing with it. Okay, I think that's right. Isolate. Nope. Damn it. Okay, so hold on. Let me see if I can look that up, because I don't know how to do that, and it's actually driving me nuts. Select object in Rizom. Very impressive, especially seeing all the detail that went into it. Very cool. Thank you, Kelsey. I saw your ship in the hangar on Insta, and it came out so effing cool. Oh, you didn't get to see that the last stream. I'm glad you liked it. It was definitely worth the 100 hours that it took. I have only UV and Maya, but I use some custom tools that people have created for that, make it 1,000 times easier. Yeah, and like I'm starting to play with more like, I guess, scripts now. I've wanted to try this one again for a long time, so I just decided to do it. Yeah, I missed it, but yeah, it's awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm also glad that project's done because, good God, it took so long. Let's see. So I would like to just select the object itself. But I don't think I can. Geometry and seam. I don't have. No, we're not watching an 18-minute video. Select single object. Polygon select, marquee select, double click on an edge to select a polygon. Yeah, that doesn't work either. And that selects the whole model. Well, that sucks. I guess don't plan on not selecting things, so that's kind of a bummer. I don't like that. That's kind of a short sight, I feel like. Because now I have to select the inside of this thing somehow. I think I got it. Isolate. Nope. Damn, man. Yeah, that's kind of a... Alright, that's kind of a pain. I don't like that. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. No. Not a huge fan of that. Would you recommend this over the default UV editor in my eye? Not yet. I'm still learning it. J6Joe, yo, is that Rizom? It is Rizom. Yes. It is Rizom. I'm doing a trial to see if I actually want to buy it. And so far, I'm not happy that I can't just select an object. Group, lock, ungroup. What does grouping do? Tag. See, that's confusing. How much is it to buy? It's $15 a month, but it's cool because you pay $15 a month for a year and then you own the software. So it's actually not a toxic software company, which I can appreciate. I think I got it. Okay, I got it. That's still really annoying. I don't like that. What's up, Mr. Blazing Man? Good for really big creatures or repetitive assets. Yeah, no, it's super quick. I like how quick it is. I just don't like some of the weirdness. Sir! My God. This is normal stream time. It used to be... I decided to start early today because I was bored. That, I know the earlier streams kind of help some people see them, so figured it was a good chance to actually do that. Yeah, I don't know if I would recommend this just yet. I'd want to use it on a couple more projects. Like, unfortunately, I'm only going to be using it for this one for now. But it's certainly faster. I'll give it that. And it's actually really solid at unwrapping. So, like, that's done, right? So, I just have to unwrap it. Oh. I have to select it first. Unfold it. Oh, you know what? I didn't create a center seam. My bad. Hold up. Where do I want to cut that? I think I'll hide it over here. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll work. Okay. Now that's cut. So what I could do is I could take all that and unfold it, and then I can lay it out. Where's the layout button? I've been doing this. I've been playing with this today, I promise. Okay, cool. So that's it. That's kind of it. Like, I really haven't come across anything that I had to like really adjust and work with. I'm gonna cut these out. Cut. It is a little, the software chugs a little bit, and that might just be because I'm streaming, but I'm not sure. How you doing, Mr. Blazing Man? It's good to see you. It's good to see you all tonight. I hope you guys are all having a good week so far. I know it's been a scorcher for most of us. I saw Alien Romulus last night. I enjoyed it. I liked it. It was weird, but I liked it. Okay. So that's good. So I got that selected now. So what I can do is I can just relay that out. Whoa, now. I forgot that was there. Let's lay that out. And then, cool. So it pulled that out. Those are no longer stretching. That's good. That's a problem. But is it though? That's kind of weird the way it did that. I'm confused on how it did that actually. Is that the... No, that has to be the inside. Yeah, that's the inside. Okay, I don't care about that. Alright, cool. So we'll unisolate that. And like, I don't know, it's fast. It's really fast. Their selection algorithm is actually pretty impressive. Let's see, we'll go back to edge mode. Select that. I also like that you can select your base edge and then just kind of go through the model and it just knows. That is super appreciated. It also tends to know really well when to stop on corners. Oops. So we'll just keep going through here. And then cut that. And we'll do the unfold. Layout. And I'm just doing a base layout on all these things right now. I'll inevitably go back and dim it out. But, I mean, you can see it does a really good job. And it's quick. Mike, this is called Rizom UV. They have two versions. If you work in 3D, you want the virtual spaces. If you work in like live performance stuff, you want the like live spaces thing. And I think that's for like projection mapping or something like that. But you know, I've been doing some easy parts, so let's do something a little bit more complicated. So we'll do this guy. I just want to see how this works. Because what I'd like to do, just go boom. See how it just carries through? Like, that's really nice. Cut that. I'm playing with two new pieces of software right now. I'm playing with Rizom and Marmoset. Marmoset I love. I just don't have anything to put into it right now that I can actually load up. I tried loading the ship into it and I ran out of VRAM, so I'm still trying to get all of that going. Smart UV unwrap is quicker, shaking my head. It is quicker, but you don't get the better result. I like having control of my unwraps. It's Art. Hello. Hey, how are you? Rizom, let's go. I actually got my student license. Curious to see how it is. I love it so far. The only thing I don't like is you can't actually select your objects, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But it's quick. Like, it's literally already saving me tons of time. I've unwrapped like a couple of parts, and I've only been streaming for 20 minutes. So it's for sure a time saver. That's cool, you guys are going to be using this. I didn't get the chance when I was in school. It tries to do these like predictive markings, and like sometimes they're right, sometimes they're not. But I'm working with it. Cool. Sounds goated. It's pretty good. I'm tired, boss. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. How's your project going for the think tank? I saw your updates. They look great. We don't use it in school, but I got the license by contacting. Oh, that's cool. Nice. I don't get student licenses anymore, unfortunately. My Full Sail ID is long expired. But I also do this on the internet now for this stuff, so I gotta pay my dues. I do keep wanting to use the Maya shortcuts for unwrapping, and I'm trying to make sure I don't do that. But like, look at this. Like, this is so cool. It knows when to stop, which is phenomenal. Oops. I don't know how well it works for organic models, but I mean, they advertise it for that, so. And then for this guy, we're gonna go boom. Let's not do that. Yeah, sometimes these little predictive things, I don't know what's going on there, but I'm not a fan. This music, a little bit too much. Barter, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? I'm changing music because that's actually like stressing me the hell out. There we go. Sunset synthwave. Oh no, thank you. How you doing, man? Hopefully the modeling do be going well. It's going pretty well, man. I'm about to unwrap this thing, and it's hopefully just going to work. I'm trying out a new piece of software tonight, so not much. Got another 40 minutes of work, so just hanging out, you know. How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Experimenting with something new that I avoided for a long time just because I used it once and I didn't like it. And now I love it because now I know what I'm doing. Except, why is it doing that? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna cut that. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just use these as like the relief seam. Whoa. Okay, so that one isn't as smart. So it's like you can't select it when it's whited like that. That's interesting. Let's see. My sarcasm didn't come through. Oh, sorry. It's hard to tell on text. We'll hear that. Sinanity. Hello, how are you? It's good to see you. It's unfortunate you can't use normal music. I really wish I could. I mean, I could, but the problem is I stream to 4 different platforms, so like figuring out how to circumvent that on every single one of them would just be kind of a nightmare. All right, cool. So that's done. So now I can just unwrap this thing. Yeah, I would totally use my normal music, but you know, it do not work sometimes. What happened? Oh, I didn't cut a seam. My bad. 1 second. Just cut that. But see, like that, like simple mistake like that, I could just redo this and like unfold it and then lay it out, and it's done. And it looks damn good. So, doing good. I feel like Twitch has started to not work with Spotify as well also. I don't know, they're buckling down a bit on Stripe. Yeah, well, they're buckling down on everything. Oh, that's actually a good update. Now that we're talking about Twitch. So for those of you watching on Twitch, if you guys are subscribed to me on mobile, make sure when your mobile subscription is coming up, you cancel it and redo it on like a browser. So use like your mobile phone browser, use a computer browser, whatever. Twitch is upping the price on mobile subscription purchases as well as bit purchases and all that crap. So I don't like, if you guys want to support me on Twitch, I don't want you guys to have to pay more just because you decided to use the mobile app. So that's the way you circumvent that. It's just do a subscription on a computer or on your mobile phone browser. Just don't use the apps because, you know, Twitch decided to raise the prices again. Let's see. Yes, the price increases. It is. It's ridiculous. Twitch looks like TikTok, and it's wild. I couldn't figure it out. Yeah, they changed the app, and I'm not sure I like the new app. Bro, I hate UVing so much. This is going to be a lifesaver. It's so nice. It literally saves so much time. So, like, we'll select this guy right here, right? No, this guy. Just isolate that thing. And then, literally, it's just so quick. Just select that, cut it. Same thing here. Just open, no, I grabbed the wrong edge. Cut that. It seems like they're getting a lot of pushback on the price thing, so I'm hoping maybe that changes something, but I don't know. It's just, it's not really cool. They already raised the price once, and now they're raising it again, and they're blaming Google for it or some shit like that, and I'm not for it. Not for it. Alright, let's cut this. This is literally saving me so much time. It's actually amazing. Alright, so it, like I said, it does chug a little bit though. It's a little slow for some reason. I don't know if that's just because I'm streaming or what, but ew. What did we do? Oh, you know, that's probably just too much information. Let me do that. That's kind of an important piece to have look nice, so. We'll do this the right way. Oops. Guess I should also be auto-seaming these. There we go. So there are apparently auto-cut tools. I just haven't experimented with them yet. I don't want to do too much like tutorial browsing while I'm live though. So keep that to a minimum. Let's see. I didn't try as hard as I could have, but I remember paying like half the price for subscriptions like 3 years ago. Yeah. Want to sub here on YouTube so I can watch time you need to. Yeah, so I've been talking with a couple of people about it, right? Just because I'm trying to decide what I want to do. It's probably going to take a lot longer just to get YouTube to where it needs to be, just because I can't be making so many videos for it. So I think what I am going to do is I'm going to kind of like scale back most of the subscription bases on everything and just go for like a straight Patreon. That way you guys know what you're supporting and like it's not getting lost to these platforms, because the platforms are just kind of like nickel and diamond creators constantly, and I'm just not here for it anymore. But there'll be cool perks with the Patreon, so that'll be something. Yeah, barter. It used to be cheap. It used to be $4.99, and then they started doing like all the new stuff that they do, and it's just, I don't know. It's just not cool. Not a fan of it. All right, so then we can just cut this. So that's nice. So control allows you to just select multiples, which is cool. Definitely takes a minute to get your way around the software, but really not bad. Okay. One thing I'll give them credit for too, they have really good tutorials. Their whole like education section on YouTube, super solid. Okay, is that all of them? Nope, got one more. I keep using the Maya keys. Okay, so let's unfold that again. So we'll unfold and then lay out. Does a really good job at laying out. That's much better. Okay. Yeah, at this rate, I think I can have this whole thing like unwrapped by the end of the stream. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anything. No, we're good. All right, cool. Sir, why? He's trying to woo the other bird, and the other bird does not like him, so. All right, I'm just kind of bouncing around, not doing like anything. So let's just actually start. I want to know. I wonder if you can copy. So if you can duplicate UVs across other objects, that is an important feature that I'd like to know if it has. So that'll be the next thing we try to figure out here. The geo on this model is terrible. So let's see. Oh, actually no, apparently not. It knew what I was doing. I'm gonna cut that there. Yeah, this is super, super quick. Okay, so that's all cool. I'm trying to think if I want a seam there. How do I want to do this? I feel like I definitely need to cut this. So if we go and cut that, that kind of creates that. So here's what I'm thinking. Because I can take that, go to there, that cuts that, and then I can go, let me just cut that now because I can't see it, so I don't want to lose it. Let's see. And cut. All right, so that should unfold that way. This one, I'm okay with this just cutting off entirely, so we'll just cut that. It's just a hidden joint, so it doesn't really matter. Cool, call that good. And then the last one I want, we'll do a cut right up here along the front. So we'll cut that. And then that leaves all this stuff. So we'll do a cut here. Sometimes that doesn't work for some reason. That's strange. Okay. That'll work. Okay, cut that. And then let's see what we're working with. I'm gonna cut the bottom of this off. Nope. Cut that right there. It's definitely nice having this like auto seam selection. Or this assisted, I guess we can call it assisted seam selection. Alright, so that should be good right there. I think that's solid. So let's go ahead and unwrap it. Lay it out. See what that does. Okay, so I've got a little bit of distortion on this front thing. I could just go in here and cut this. That solves that distortion issue. We've got some distortion here in these little screw heads, so we'll go ahead and chop these out. Okay, and then let's go ahead. Did I just do? Oh, I did an autosave. Okay, so let's go ahead and unwrap it and lay it out. Okay, that's a bit better. There's still a little bit of grossness going on there. I think that's this part though. Yeah, it is that part. And that's because I didn't allow it to kind of splay open. So let's fix that real quick. Nope. Getting used to like not shift clicking is kind of weird. Not gonna lie. All right, unfold. So let's just unfold that one. Unfold. There we go. So that's better. This didn't get unfolded. Unfold. That's better. Cool. All right. Cool. Isolate. Pretty solid. So I wonder now. I'm curious, and if any of you watching know that if you can duplicate UVs across, let me see. Duplicate. Let's see. Transfer UV. Solved. Okay. You must copy the edge selection using Alt-C. Oh. Copy edge selection. Select islands and groups mode, polygon mode, edge. Select all, select elements. What's an element? I don't know what an element is. Select, overlap, select flipped, area selections. Interesting. Inch drag, density, symmetry. The symmetry function's nice too. Let's see, packing. Trim sheet, create a trim. Interesting. All right, sleepy time. Have a great stream. Have a good night, Pingui. Thanks for stopping by. All right, I think I'm gonna focus on this thing. Isolate. So this piece is a little funky. I want to maintain as much of the like shaping as possible. Looks like it's gonna let me. Yeah. So we'll cut that off. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut that out completely because it's an interior piece, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Cut, so that creates that one. Cool. And we'll figure that guy out here in a minute. Go ahead and select those. We're just going to continue cutting through this. Okay, cut. Oh! Nabil 3D, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. Welcome on in. Appreciate you joining us over here. We are like, I think that puts us at like 19 away from 1,000, so that's exciting. Let's see. Okay, cool. So we got that. I'm gonna go ahead and just continue. Oh, okay. So I didn't stop it. That's why. All right, cool. So good to know it does like take into consideration your selections. That's actually pretty cool. I do appreciate that. So we'll cut that. And then let's see how poorly this unwraps. Let's lay that out real quick. Okay. Not too bad. Could be worse. But I can make it a lot better. Just cut those. We'll grab these corners. It is really nice not having to really think about it and just going through and doing this. Cool thing is it works natively too with like FBX and stuff like that, so you can just export your model as an FBX and re-import it to Maya and you won't have any issues. The only thing I'm kind of concerned about is how it's going to handle being smoothed when it's back in Maya. Because that I haven't seen any information on. We'll cut that. Perfect. Unfold again. Unfold. Layout. Oh, did I not? Oh, oops. My bad. Why is that not unwrapping? Is it because I didn't? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shoot. That, wait a minute. No, that should be unwrapping. Oh, it's not because it didn't. Oh, shoot. Okay. I see what happened. Dude. Kiki! Jesus. So let's see if I can just do this. We're being loud today. Alright. So that should be clear cut straight across. Let's try that. Oops. Cut that. Alright, so now that should change when I unfold, I think. If not, I just found a weird issue. Still not doing it. Oh, no, it did it. Okay, I see what it did. Alright, sweet, so that's cool. I just want to relieve some tension over here. So let's go look at this. So there's a point here that's kind of pinching. Same thing here. Get that guy. And get that guy. Alright, cool. So we'll go through and cut that. And then I'm just going to unfold the piece. And that saves a good amount of stress on the corner. Not super worried about everything else, so I think that's good. Beautiful. Isolate. So now let's look at this guy. This one's going to be kind of a pain. This is more of a complicated object. So the first thing I want to do is just grab this interior. We're going to cut this out first. I'm starting to realize that I probably should have smoothed this before I brought it into Rizom, but I think, I don't know, maybe that's for next time. But I'll be curious to see how the workflow is after I get it out of Rizom. Okay, so that should hopefully unfold and flatten out really nicely. So, thinking what I want to do is have a seam along this edge. We'll just kind of allow that to naturally unfold there. Okay. So let's go ahead. This one requires a little bit of thinking, because I know this interior portion down here can be separated, so not super worried about that. Let's go there. Hello, it's been a while. What's up? How are you doing? Mehul. I had to like squint because it's on my bigger monitor. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Okay, so that's selected. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. And then we'll cut along the bottom here. And all I'm doing is just kind of trying to plan where I want my seams to go. And usually this works out pretty well, but we'll see this time. There we go. Great. Awesome. I'm glad you're doing great. It is definitely good to see you again. I think it's going to have to be the same thing back here, so we're going to do the same kind of like split up until right here. How do you deselect? I don't know if you can. Definitely some weird quirks with this one. You kind of have to plan where you're going to click, which is slightly annoying. But not too bad. Could be worse. Is that a mini machine gun you're working on? No, it's the Minigun. So you guys can hopefully see it here in a second. Let me cut that. I'm thinking this might be done once I get this one. I guess it could be the mini machine gun too, but yeah, this is the minigun. It's finally done. I'm getting it UV'd. I got everything. There's some faces that got skewed up there. Got everything grouped and ready to go and named. So it's time to get this puppy into Substance Painter, which probably we'll be doing Friday on YouTube only. So if you guys want to watch that, make sure you're following the YouTube channel. All right, so cut that. Let's cut these buttons off. A new software or something? It doesn't. Yes. So this is Rizom or Rizom UV. They make just a UV unwrapping software, and I had enough people asking me to try it again that I decided to try it again, and I'm honestly loving it. The version I tried a long time ago, I hated. So it's nice to be able to try something new and have a good experience with it. Unlike ZBrush, which I'm still having a bad experience with. I really want to love ZBrush. It just feels like pulling teeth trying to learn it. Alright, so we'll cut that. Okay, so that's done. So now we can just unfold that whole thing. Map it out. So what did we miss? We missed some stuff. So that can be cut. Okay. Unfold. That didn't unfold. There we go. Alright, what issues do we have here? So that's an issue. That's just because I didn't cut this off. We'll do the same thing here. I can definitely say I will be buying this software. This has made this such a painless experience. Tried for the first time, ZBrush, and it went good. Yeah, it's not that it goes bad. It's just the UI of that application is the thing that nightmares are made out of. I absolutely cannot stand its UI. And I know you can customize it and do a whole bunch with it. I don't generally do that with my software. I just barely started getting comfortable with adding my own scripts back into Maya just because I'm like, such a pain. Alright, so that's good. Alright, so let's select everything. Unfold and layout. Except it didn't do it. Why didn't it do it? Don't know. What? Did I miss something? I had to have. I did. Oh, yeah. Cut. Okay. Yeah, this definitely does a good job at making this faster. What is that for? Is that in the front? That is the front. Oh, I forgot about the front. Oh, shoot. That's a problem. Barter. God, I'm such a goblin with UV, so I just go, eh. I used to be the same way, man. I do not like spending time on them, which is why I was actively looking for an application that did it for me. And this does a better job, for sure. I'm just still not super in love with it. Where's the brush? So the brushes are actually quite nice. They do a pretty good job at cleaning everything up. Yeah, UV mapping is the worst. I hate it, but this is making it better, so I will gladly pay $15 a month to have my life not suck when it comes to UV mapping or UV unwrapping. I can leave all that because that's covered by a piece anyway. So let's just unisolate that. Cool. We are getting somewhere. Still though, at the speed that this is going, it's just great. Any difference you noticed in Maya and this software? This is much faster. The tools are generally the same, but this is much faster. How could you forget about the front? What do you mean the front? What do you mean by forget about the front, Sharky? What makes it faster? It's the edge selection. So in Maya, you have your selection that you have to kind of plan out. So like you'll select your one loop, but you have the potential of that loop going completely through the model. With this, you're able to select like your in-between or your outer loops, and then all of your in-between loops terminate properly. So like they terminate where they're supposed to, instead of just like selecting one edge loop going throughout the whole model. So I don't know, I find it a lot faster and more efficient. Plus their unwrapping algorithm works a lot better than Maya's unwrapping algorithm. What's my current goal? I actually don't have one. I just finished my goal, which was the ship. So I don't really have a goal right now. My goal is to finish my other project I'm working on that's outside of livestream. We'll call that my goal. I'm also one of those people that doesn't like having goals. Like, to an extent, I do, but for the most part, I don't, because I don't treat them the way that you should treat goals. I always push them off. So for me, having a goal is just like, they have to be short-term goals. Like finish this project or finish that project or whatever. Sorry, I just got here. What program? No problem. Book Creative. This is called Rizom UV. So they have a couple different versions of their application, but this one's for virtual 3D spaces. So, and it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know. It's just very intuitive. It's a lot faster. And that's not a dig at Maya, but like at the same time, like there are tools that are purpose built, and sometimes those tools are going to be better than what you're using by default. And that's taken me a long time to learn. Okay, cool. So I can unfold that, lay it out. And it's doing some weird pinching / twisting, which isn't super visible. Is that on the bottom or is that the top? That's the top. No, that's pretty visible. Why is it doing that? Acting like that geo might have been important. Let's do smooth. Nope, that's not gonna help. So I wonder if... Love your work, man. Keep it up. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I wonder if I just need to like relieve some tension. I think that's what the issue is. So let's do this. So if I cut that there, and we take that shell, unfold it, that helped. Okay. And I think that actually probably did enough. Yeah, that did enough. So I'll call that good. Lay it out. If it gives me problems, I can just pull it back in here and fix it real quick, but I'm not super worried about that. Alright, isolate. Yeah, much better, much faster. Okay. Let's check in. Cool. Am I live on TikTok? Yeah, I am. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So, let's look at you. I don't even remember. Yeah, okay, I see. This piece doesn't really matter all that much to me, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I really just need the front of it to look okay. So what we'll do is we'll I'm gonna do this. Cut that there. I reached college. Nice. Congrats. Have you started yet, or do you start later? Oops. Let's see. All right. So cut that. And then this thing, I'm just going to do a basic cut back here. Just let this unfold like a regular box. Cut that. Okay, so now what I got to do... let's see. I think I'm just going to cut this off. I'm hoping this isn't giving me like a false sense of security when it comes to like the UV looking right, but the nice thing is that they're universal, so it transfers over to Maya just fine. So anything I need to fix in Maya, I can fix. Okay. I actually just thought about this and the way that's going to work, and it's going to work really well. Yeah, cool. Okay, so that should be good. Unfold. Lay out. Oh, that looks funky. Why do you look that way? Oh, it's overlapping. Okay. Well, I was hopeful that was going to work, but I guess not. Just cut it off up here. I want that to, yeah, I want to hide that seam, so I'm going to cut it right here. Cut. So let's redo that layout. Unfold. My last year of animation and VFX degree, so feels lots of pressure on. So, are you're getting a degree, but you're going to college after that degree? I guess I'm confused on how that works. That's cool though. That's awesome. Why is that unfolding so weird? Oh, again, because I'm stupid. Let's see. Let's go back. Hold on. That's not gonna work the way I want it to. Let's just cut it off here. Yeah, that's better. Okay. That's much cleaner. There'll be a little seam right there, but it's a metal hinge, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Isolate. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm pursuing, and it's my last year. Okay, I gotcha. Well, good luck with your last year. Hopefully, it's a good one. What part of animation are you going for? Are you doing like character animation? You doing like, what are you looking at doing? Or just kind of all of it? All right. This is a refractive lens, so we need to be careful with the way this gets unwrapped. Ideally, it's just going to unfold, so let's do this. Okay. so that's good. So we'll go ahead and cut that. This way this stays in one piece and I don't have to stress about it. Yeah, that's perfect. Honestly, I don't even know why I'm UVing that, but let's see. I would like that to not be that way. Can I rotate that? Oh, I see how that works. Okay. That's better. Okay. Cool. Let's do this one. Isolate. Do the same thing here. Okay. Okay, so that's cool. That's the front of this thing, though. Did I do that backwards? I think I did that backwards. I did that backwards. Damn it. It's alright. Select that. Alright, cool. Cut that. Let's see, go ahead and unfold it, lay it out, and then we'll go ahead and rotate that. No. The rotate tool is very strange. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Nope. Yeah, TikTok, I'm still streaming. Thanks. Okay. Sweet, so that's good. Let's go ahead and isolate. Show. Alright. Overall, though, this is going really quickly. This is really nice. I'm curious how it's going to do on these. Let's try that now, actually. Screw it. Since I'm just kind of bouncing around this model anyway. So these are like historically just a pain to do. So I'm wondering if this is going to make this easier. Because what I want to do is I'm going to cut that. How do I want to do that? Let's try it there. See if that works. Cut. And then we'll go down here to the bottom. Cut our main seam through. And that's actually going to work out kind of perfectly. Cut. And unwrap. That's pretty good. That's not bad. It's got a lot of distortion, but that's just because of the way that's set up. So I'm wondering if I should cut that strip off. User1, hi, how are you? Let's not do that. Let's just go into selection mode, please. Okay. See, I'm okay with that. That's really nice. It's definitely really good at like determining where you're going. Okay. I'm back. Welcome back, Kelsey. I'm still here. Doing my thing. Oh, shoot. Nope. Oh, wait a minute. Did I select the wrong edge? No, it just started... Okay. Let me do these ones one at a time. Because that one works really well. So we'll cut that off. Why is it doing that? That's kind of weird. Maybe I just need to give it some more information. Is this my... No, this is a program called Rizom UV. This is just for UV mapping. I'm trying it out to see if it's going to make unwrapping any faster for me. So far, it seems like it's going to. So I can only go so far on this side, which is weird. But I've had worse. I wish they gave you longer trials than just 30 days, but at $15 a month, I guess I can't really complain. This software's really not that bad. I would be tempted to buy it outright, but I got to replace my fuel pump this weekend, so that's going to be taking up most of my funds. Roy! Hey, buddy. Okay. Let's see. Been trying to figure out the difference between virtual and real space. So, yeah, that took me a minute because they don't explain it very well. Real space is if you're working with things like projection mapping. So if you've ever been to like Disney World where they do the projections on the castle, that's what the real space is. So that's what they're talking about. The virtual spaces, if you do 3D work in like Maya, Unreal, Blender, whatever, that is what you're going to be using. Yeah, because that's confusing. I don't know why they have it set up that way, but real spaces also cost like twice as much for some reason. That's a little distorted, but that's covered by something. Yeah, now it plugs into something, so I'm not worried about it. Which would you use for CAD? I think that one actually does fall under real spaces. Let me see. I can look it up. I was on their website earlier. Let's see. CAD might fall under that one. Yes, CAD falls under that one. Real space, big TIFF, UV export. I didn't even know you had to do UV mapping in CAD, so that's different. Sarah, do you do a lot of UV mapping in CAD? I don't use CAD, so I have no experience with it. But definitely curious to know if that's like a thing. Alright, I'm gonna call that good, even though there's a little bit of red distortion on these edges. I'm not hyper concerned with that. I could cut it off, but at what point do I have to just like say I'm nitpicking? Okay. How you doing, Roy? Before we lose you to your expansion. That comes out tomorrow, right? Alright, so isolate. I've had to do retopo a lot of CAD models. I've also been experimenting with Unreal, Datasmith, Auto UVs. Oh, interesting. Okay. I haven't even touched Unreal. That's next on my list. I've been using Maya for far too long. I love Maya, don't get me wrong. I've just been... It's time to broaden my horizon a little bit. Amazing software. It's pretty great. It's definitely saving me a lot of time. I don't want that to cut that way though. There's also apparently a lot of like auto seaming tools, but I just haven't found any yet or looked at how to do them yet. I literally just installed this today, so same here. Don't have a Maya license right now. I got you. Well, if you're ever interested, Maya Indie is a good way to go if you have to pay for it yourself. If you have a company that's going to pay for it for you, do that because it's obviously way more affordable. I like using Hetus UV. Hetus UV. I've never heard of that one. What is that one? UV layout in minutes, not hours. Hetus UV layout. Oh, interesting. Is this one free? No. Interesting. So it costs about the same as Rizom. Huh. Okay. Beginning, middle, end. Nice. I've never heard of that one. I'll have to look more into that one. I'm definitely just looking for something to like make it just a tad bit less painful. Because, God, UV mapping sucks. I say UV mapping, I should say UV unwrapping, but I'm like stuck on that term. Very old UI, but easy to use. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Rizom, from what I remember when I used it the first time, doesn't look like it's changed all that much either. So... Old UIs are never really a problem for me as long as they're not, like, DOS-based. I was doing Python scripting in Maya the other day, and I remember how much I hate that. What software is this? This is called Rizom UV. I think I'm going to cut that off from right there. I'm just going to leave that as its own island because I don't really care. Okay, cut that. Cool, so that's good. So let's unfold that and see what we have. We have a nice mess. Perfect. Part of that is just because I didn't split this. So let's split it. I think that's going to cut that off. It is going to cut that off. Okay. Hold up. There's a better way to do this. No, there is. So that's that. That should have cut off. Did it not cut off? No, it did. It cut off. Okay, so let's do this. I'm just going to relieve some tension in these areas here. And just get some pre-cuts going. Okay, so I gotta think about how this works. So currently, see, I don't like that that does. Oh, okay. So that's fine. So we can cut that. This is gonna be a very messy unwrap. This one is definitely a little bit harder to do the predictive on. That shouldn't be okay. Yeah. It wants to go all over the place, and I need it to not. Okay. So let's cut that. And then we'll do another unfold. So boom and boom. And we have an issue. We missed a cut right there. And cut. Unfold, layout. Okay. Not bad, not bad. I don't know. Why is there a massive hole there? Oh, okay. I didn't give that a seam, so we'll cut that. I like that this works natively just off the FBX file instead of having its own file format. I can appreciate that. So that'll be something I have to come back to because I'm not entirely sure how to flatten those out. I know there are ways, I gotta figure out what it is. So let's do this, we'll go show. It's a good portion of that going. Let's do this plate real quick here. I like getting all the easy stuff out of the way first. Okay, got that. Anybody else in chat seen Alien Romulus yet? Did you guys enjoy it? If you did, curious. Unfold, unwrap, beautiful. Show. God, this really makes this so easy. All right. Alright, the rest of my drinking needs to be water. No, I want to see it though. Yeah, it was cool. I'll tell you right now, the last 20 minutes there's something. There's some real freaky shit in the end of that movie. Yeah, we saw Deadpool a couple weeks ago. I loved it. I thought it was great. Should we do one of these? Yeah, we do one of these. Might as well get one done, and then if I have to, I can figure out how to duplicate the UVs later, so. I'm obsessed. It was so good. I enjoyed it. I liked all the cameos. A lot of people were like complaining about the cameos, but I'm like, why are you guys complaining about this? This is great. I thought it was overall just an awesome movie. I don't know what the green means. I'm a little concerned it means something's not connected. I hope that's not the case. Okay, so lots of stretching. I think what I'll do is It was really lots of fun with all the... Yeah, I loved it. I loved all the cameos. I was super happy with a lot of them. Just because, like, some of them, like, deserve some sort of recognition for, you know, the past movies and everything. While I'm trying to go watch it, I saw it with my friends while she was visiting. Nice, that's cool. That's cool. There's been a lot of movies lately, so it's been really nice to, like, get out and go see movies again. Good movies, anyway. Like, there have been some really shitty movies, too. There's definitely an issue with the model here, and that sucks, because I didn't catch that, but that's alright. But you'd love it too, right? It's been nice. It's been really nice that there's been a lot of movies coming out lately. Alright, so that's a little screw, so we're good there. I'm not going to push that any further than it needs to be. Okay. So my thought is... I can go super crazy with this. But I'm thinking... I'm just trying to think of how many UDIMs I want to use for this. Because the ship got a little crazy with the amount of UDIMs I used for it. So this one's going to be kind of an experiment. Sure, I'm avoiding it, but we could do it. This cable. Okay. I do like that this makes daunting tasks not so bad. I gotta run though. I'll see you all Friday. All right, Kelsey, you have a wonderful week. We'll see you Friday. This one, the seam needs to be kind of hidden. It's gonna be kind of a pain, but see what I can do. Why the crying face, Sarah? All right. See. This just goes into something, so we're not concerned about that. Alright, so let's hide that seam. I'm thinking I'll just do underneath. That should work. YouTube, bye! Later! Okay. Same thing here, I think. We'll just do that. Sometimes there's really no good way to hide a seam, but we do our best. Okay. Unwrap. God, that's so easy. It just works. Okay, it's a little gnarly. Let's look. See, I don't really care about those though. This I care about though. Yeah, I care about that. So let's go to our brushes. I'm gonna smooth this a little bit. Oh, I selected something. So I need to select the shell. Go to brush. Okay. Let's see. I may have to test Rizom out. You definitely should. Like I said, I stayed away from it for a while, but it's making a huge difference. I don't know why that takes. Let's use normal do now. It's definitely helping a lot. Because like just that alone, if I go into selection mode, that cleaned that up quite a bit. Move this up here though. I would like to optimize that. I don't know if there's really going to be a way to make that better though. It looks okay on the model, so I'm not going to stress it. One thing I'm learning about this is that you don't need to stress too much as long as you're not like either in the really red or the really blue. So I'm not going to stress it too much. If I can't copy UVs though, these bullets are going to be a pain. Like, these are actually going to be a nightmare. So that's something to be figured out. Let's see. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Let's just keep working on this. So here's another one of those objects that I would absolutely despise doing. So let's see how it works. One thing I really love is that I could just do that. Because that's something, if you've ever done UVing in Maya, it does not let you do that. Alright, so we can cut that. Cut that. I'll just pop that off. We'll do those real quick. Let's see. I was going to ask if you could copy it so hard to do in Maya for no reason. Yeah, so if you're using the same thing that I usually use, it's that transfer attribute tool. It looks like there is a way to do it in Rizom. I just, there's the only way to apparently view it is to view an 18-minute tutorial, and I don't like watching tutorials when I'm live on stream. So I'm not going to make everyone sit through that. But it does look like there is a way to do it. So I instantly know that's not going to work. Curious, you know, again though, I can just really easily. Because I don't have to worry about these seams. Yeah, it looks like what you have to do for Rizom anyway is you have to copy your edge selections, which I'm not entirely sure what that means. So I'll have to figure that out. I also realize I haven't saved this in a minute. So I should probably do that, especially because I keep having this weird little box that keeps popping up with an error message in it. Stop it. What is that? Interesting. I would love to see that when you get to it. Yeah, no, absolutely. I will. This will be more of a feature on my channel for sure. And I'll probably end up doing videos on it on YouTube. I'm pretty certain that I'm going to keep it. So I'm not super concerned with not having it anymore. Oh, that's a pain. When did it do that? Oh, probably because it's green. I still don't know what the green line means. That's kind of a weird thing. Did that do it over here too? Yeah, it did. Alright, so that's everything. Cut. And then unfold and layout. See, and then that's just, I could just come in here and select these. And you know, it's still a little cumbersome, but like, that's a lot easier than it used to be. I feel like I can never have too much UV mapping knowledge. Yeah, it does help. It helps a lot. feel like a lot of people have gotten really comfortable just saying, oh, I just auto UV everything, and I'm like, but why? Like, you are literally doing your projects a disservice by doing that. And like, it's not as difficult as people make it out to be. Like, I get it. I hate it. I don't like it. It's not fun. But it's really not that difficult. It's not very artistic, so I get that aspect. But you know, sometimes we gotta do the technical stuff before we do the artistic stuff. Okay. The software is starting to yell at me louder. I don't know why. Is it because I'm not doing select? Maybe that's why. That time it threw up 2 errors. That was great. It's pieces like this that end up taking all the time. They're just like super dense. But that's fine. Not a big deal. We just work through it. That's it for that. Cut. And then select everything here real quick. And unwrap. And layout. Beautiful. Are those seams? No, that's just the... Okay, the seams are orange. Perfect. Yeah, that's beautiful. And you're not going to see any of it, which I love for myself. The problem is clients want to see materials on their models and don't understand why it takes so long if the model, if it doesn't. Yeah, that's tough too, because like, damn, I'm out of water. When you're talking about working for a client and like they want to like see like those high resolution details, but they're not willing to wait for it, you're like, you got to pick and choose here. Like, I can either spend my time UVing for hours and days on end to give you what you want, or you can settle with like a less than beautiful, you know, render or whatever it is you're working on. So it's definitely one of those like things. But it's an important part of the process. And as somebody who models, if you're trying to work in the industry, or if you're trying to do 3D in general, like, you need to know how to do it. It's super important. Let me map one of these real quick. I'm only doing one of the bolts and screws because I'm pretty sure there's a way to copy them. But I might as well get them done now. I guess I can kind of... Should I even bother with that? What does it look like unfolded? Nah, that's fine. I'm not worried about that. As long as the top's flat, because I gotta put text on the bolts. Show. Okay. The real thing is gonna be figuring out how to do all the layouts and everything. Agreed, gotta know all the basics before you try to get around them. Yeah. Well, and like, there's a lot of them I don't even try to get around, because it's just like... I don't know. To me, it doesn't seem worth it. Like, I'll always try to do something like some backwards way that I think will save me time. And if I had just done it the right way the first time, it wouldn't have wasted all that time. So, I don't know. I'm kind of a purist when it comes to that, I guess. I just prefer doing it right the first time and not having to redo it constantly. What am I doing here? Let's see. I think I'm just going to cut the bottom of this off. No. So let's do this. That's a funky one. I got to think about that. just realized how like strange of a shape this is. No. There we go. Yeah, coworker topology basics right now, and I have to force him to make almost all quads, and he calls me the quad purist. To be fair, like I used to be that person that was just like, oh, that polygon has 20 sides? Cool, you're not gonna see it, I'm just gonna leave it. I've gotten a lot more like focused on it now, but I used to kind of do that, I'm not gonna lie. But I've also become really comfortable with just using things like triangles, because like sometimes you just can't really avoid them. And so I think a lot of people just need to learn like how to balance that stuff. Because you can balance it. I promise you. Alright, that looks like ass. Let's cut that. Let's make it not look that way. I keep hitting X. I'm so used to Maya. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's try that. Where is that? Where's that pinch at? Oh, it's right here in the... Oh, shoot. Is there any reason why I can't cut that? There really isn't. Yeah, no, that's fine. Little annoyed with the selection tools, but otherwise this is going better than I thought it was going to go, so I can at least say that. What the hell happened there? Where are you? Oh, it's this corner right here. Okay. That's fine. I can just cut that. Relieve a little bit of tension there, and hopefully that unfold will just work. Nope. Nope, not that easily. Okay. Tempted to cut that off. It's fine on the outer edge, but I don't want that overlapping. Beginners will use tries everywhere, though. I know I did. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, there's a balance. Like, obviously, you want your model's topology, especially if you're working on a character. Like, you need your model's topology to match whatever your deformation is going to be. So, like, with your face, you have certain polygon structures that you have to follow there. But with hard surface models, especially, like, use a triangle here and there. It's not going to kill you. It's totally fine. There's no need to stress about having nothing but quads. I've done that before. It's why my ship took 6 months to make. But you know, it is good to focus on it because like topology is important, even though a lot of people tend to think it's not. I've met a lot of people who have like asked me, like, why do you spend so much time on topology? It's like, because it is actually important. Why? Do I just make a seam? Where does the seam go if I make this seam right here? If I cut you right there, I am okay with that. That didn't do anything. Wait a minute. Hold up. No, it did. Oh, maybe because I just didn't lay it out. Yeah, that's why. Okay. I will come back through and relay these out. Like, don't worry. This is just me getting the base UV done. I usually do a passive UV and then I'll do a passive layout. Okay, so that handles that bracket. Again, not doing the screws because I've already UV'd one of them. Let's see. SEI, hello, hi, how are you doing? Mr. Discipline, I have a doubt. Why are you using another software to unwrap when you can do it in Maya? The reason I'm doing it in another software is because this software is faster. So, Rizom is purpose-built. And usually anytime you're dealing with a piece of software that's purpose-built, it's going to be faster. So even though I can unwrap really fluently in Maya, I can do it so much faster in Rizom. Like I've done all of this in this entire stream, and it's only been like 2 hours. Whereas this work in Maya probably would have taken me a lot longer just because of all of the smoothing, the unwrapping, like all that stuff. This program just kind of handles it for you. So that's why. It's not because I'm leaving Maya or anything like that. I just wanted to try something new, and I really like this. Okay. And like I said earlier, it's important to keep your mind open to other applications as well. Don't keep yourself stuck on one piece of software. With as much crap as I give Blender, I still am open-minded to it because I know it's still a very powerful tool. And to be fair, I don't hate Blender as the software. I hate the people who'd like come on my stuff and comment on how much better than Maya it is, because it's not. So we're going to cut that there. So I did these kind of stupid. I don't know why I did them this way, but I did. Get these exteriors selected because these actually cut straight through. So "3D Siraj, how are you? Good to see you." Okay. The other reason too, while we're talking about this, why you should always be open to trying other pieces of software is because it looks good on your portfolio to say that you are proficient in using other pieces of software. So not only can I say now that I use Maya, I use Substance Painter, I'm learning Marmoset, I'm working on this one, soon to be Unreal. Like you want to have, you know, some like variety in your portfolio. So it's a really good practice to get into. I just don't like how a lot of Blender creators don't plan on taking their models out of Blender so they are optimized for game engines and have tons of it. Yeah. I'm fine. What about you? I'm doing good. My biggest issue is that I feel like Blender tries to shortcut everything. And I understand like some of the stuff it takes a while. 3D takes a while. Like it is an art. And the shortcutting of things is just like it's not the best way to do it. And so when I did like the donut tutorial, right, like I had the hardest time dealing with that because I wasn't learning how to just use basic tools. It was trying to shortcut everything and use all these geometry nodes and everything like that. I'm like, well, what about like just modeling? And it never goes over that. So it's just, I'm careful with that one just because like I feel like it's just not there yet. Again, not that there's anything wrong with Blender. I have to state that because people will try to kill me. Is it Blender? No, this is called Rizom. I've heard Blender's UV tools are actually worse than anything else, so I definitely wouldn't want to use those. I use Maya and 3ds Max for modeling, and I UV unwrap and optimizing its segment retopologize in Maya and baked in Marmoset and Substance Painter. Yeah, see, that's a good workflow. I don't do a lot of baking just because I don't do a lot of low poly work. I like high poly because it's kind of like, it feels like unlimited power in a way. So, you know, to each their own. But if I ever do like a game master or anything like that, I'll probably use Marmoset for baking because from what I've heard, their tools for baking are a lot like more robust. Okay. I'm going to try to do this in one piece. I don't know if it's going to let me, but we are going to attempt it. It's great showing off Substance Designer materials. I have not played with Designer yet. I need to. I've got it. I just haven't played with it. One of my buddies does a lot of his own custom textures and materials, and he actually sells them on ArtStation. And he does really cool. He does a lot of cool stuff with Substance Designer that I'd like to start learning at some point. But I'm so hyper focused right now on like catching up to 15 years of not doing 3D enough and rebuilding my portfolio that's been my entire focus for the last couple of months. And it will continue being for quite some time. Which thankfully tomorrow I should hopefully be able to post a ship to my ArtStation. And then retopology in Maya. Gotcha, yeah. You got this. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. And like I've told a lot of people, like this is all I do now. Like I just spend most of my free time doing this. And I kind of love it. Okay. This is a nostalgic song. If you guys didn't know, before I was Cryptic Visionary, I ran a podcast called Tech Mess. And this was one of our outro songs that we used all the time. That is long since gone, but the song is good memories. Alright. I should probably just cut those seams now. Cut. Alright, let's try unwrapping this thing. Let's see. Have you ever used Marvelous Designer? I'm going to try to use it. No! So actually, I started following somebody who uses it. Let me see if I can find their account. I don't do a lot of character stuff, so I haven't really experimented much with it. They usually show up in my feed. Let me see. But she does a lot of Marvelous Designer work. And I was almost tempted to join, what's his name's, the competition on YouTube. Punishers, one of their cycle animation competitions, because they were giving away, for the month that you have to make the animation, they're giving away a license, like a month-long license to, maybe it was like 60 days. It was like a 60-day license to Marvelous, but I don't have the time to put into that right now. Yeah, I can't remember who it was I followed. Please tell me which software this is. It doesn't look like Blender software I know. 3D Siraj. This is called Rizom UV. So this software is only for UV unwrapping. That is its entire purpose. What the hell? Oh. Ooh. That's not cool. What is that and why is it going through the model? Let's do vert select. Okay, so I'm not a fan. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the way you have to move the vertices. What is this? It is a face. That's bizarre. I must have accidentally cut something that I wasn't supposed to. Oh, there's a hidden face in there. Damn it. Yep. Must have grabbed it by accident. Okay. Well, that's fine, I suppose. Oh, I see. So you grab the box to just... Oh, that sucks. Okay. What are you working on now? This is the minigun. So I'm UV unwrapping the minigun. And it's currently... It just started giving me a problem. I will fix that later. I'm not worried about that right now. And honestly, that's probably a minute problem. So I might not even worry about it at all. But we will see. So let's show, okay, cool. So we're good there. All right. UV unwrap, yes. This is called Rizom UV. All right. I haven't done one of these star bolts yet, I don't think. So let's do one of those. Just so I can get it done. Do kind of the same process here. We're just gonna click that, cut. Cut. Yeah, the automatic edge selection is superior by far. I really do love that feature. Okay. So let's look at, I think I'll cut there. And then this one, same kind of deal here. We're gonna cut this the same way we cut that other thing. See, in Maya, you would have to go through and click every single one of these instead of just being able to like drag select like that. So, major time saver. I see this model somewhere, but I don't remember it exactly where I see it. I don't know where you saw this model because this model is my model and it's not available anywhere. But it is a common object, so I'm sure you've probably seen a version of it. Why did I do that way? Alright, cut that. Okay. Let's see. I will see your YouTube channel. Oh, wait, what could be a good intro for hard surfaces? So, yeah, my YouTube channel has some stuff on it so far. There's a fan modeling tutorial and a wrench tutorial that I desperately need to finish. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing some more like specialized videos on YouTube. I think that's gonna be the easiest way for me to get like content out there for you guys. So you guys are familiar with my quick tips that I do on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube Shorts, but I'm gonna try to get those into like longer format that are like more in depth. But YouTube is a good place if you want to learn more hard surface modeling stuff that like I haven't covered yet. Go look at JL Musi. He's got some good hard surface tips, as well as On Mars 3D. I learned a lot of stuff from On Mars 3D over the years. Where do you get a lot of your hard surface reference? I find a lot of it on Google. And usually it just depends. So like this one was tough because if we pull up this one, I can show you guys what the reference for this one looked like. because this one was a pain because it's a military weapon, right? So like there's not a lot of like good photos of it because they don't really like advertise it. But I found one guy's site that actually went really in depth with like how they take these things apart. So a lot of this came from like his website. So usually when I'm modeling something like this, I'll find my general reference on Google, and then if I need to find like more refined things, I'll start searching like the EOTech site. I found the details for this that I needed. The chain belt, just the little things like that. I just search either ArtStation if I can find it, because ArtStation has some pretty good reference. Google, Pinterest, and then sometimes even Instagram. Thanks for a good time here with you. Thank you for letting me know that you enjoy watching the streams. I appreciate that. That's why I do it. We'll cut that. I'm not worried about cutting that one. I will cut this one. I think that's gonna work. I do need to cut this. So this seam right here in the center. Cut that. That should unfold beautifully. Nice. I can appreciate that. All right, cool. So I wonder, I'm so curious because like, I don't know what this grouping thing is. I don't know if you need to group your UV faces or something. Yeah, I'm not sure. I want to figure out how to duplicate those over. I'm looking for some freelance project. Take a look at Fiverr, take a look at Upwork, sometimes ArtStation, or join a Discord that advertises that they have work listings. That's something I'll eventually bring to my Discord, but right now I'm not super interested in figuring all that out, or managing it for that matter. But you guys did know I do have a Discord, so if you are interested in critiques, if you're interested in learning, whatever it is, join my Discord. There's a lot of good stuff going on in there. And eventually in the future, we'll hopefully be doing some more stuff that'll be like Discord based, so that'll be kind of fun. Okay, we're doing good on time. I think what's gonna work on this guy now. Super basic shape. I wish I could compare like how long this takes, but I'm not UVing this twice. I'm definitely not going to pull it into Maya and UV it there just to find out how much faster this is, but I do feel like this is faster. Alright, so cut that. That actually might be a good video. Maybe I could find like a basic object and UV it in both. Okay, cut that. And that should, in all theory, one cut needed still. Cut that and unfold. Let's see, lay that out. That's looking good. I don't care about the weird squiggly pieces. It doesn't really matter. They look fine, so that's all that matters. Okay. I don't know where I am. I'm inside the model somewhere. There we go. Okay. Pretty good. pretty good. So refreshing to watch you as a Maya content creator. I wish there were more. They all seem to die out. That is my goal not to do, because I feel like I feel the same way. There's a lot of people who I end up watching videos on their channels, and like the channel died 2 years ago, and so it's like there's no new content, and like they were pretty good at it, but they just stopped doing it. And you know, I don't work in the industry, so it's a lot easier for me to just make videos, I guess. Knowing some of Maya's UV hotkeys makes it feel less painful. Maya's UV is good. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. This just makes this a hell of a lot faster. Hello, Arthra. Or Artharva? Artharva. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Or change for tutorials, yeah. I definitely think that, like, at some point in my period of doing this, like, I will eventually do like some paid courses, but I'm gonna do my best to make sure that they're just through me, so I can control the pricing on them and make them cheap, because I know how difficult it was for me to learn a lot of this stuff, and I know that with the way the landscape is with schools and online classes and everything like that, like, the shit's expensive. And so eventually when I start getting into these like really in-depth high-end tutorials, like, yeah, there'll probably be some sort of paywall, or they'll be free on Patreon or something like that. But like, I still plan on doing as much free content as possible, because I don't think there's enough of it, and I don't think people have enough to learn off of it. And it's one of the reasons why I feel like Maya gets such a bad rep, is because there isn't a community around it. So like, there's thousands of Blender tutorials. And you know, I'm just one guy, but I'm gonna keep doing what I can to grow that base of tutorials, especially on things that like I find challenging. That's my main goal here. I will say Autodesk is part of the problem. They can be. Unfortunately, like, the pricing on Maya is rough. Maya Indie does make it a lot more accessible, but it does still make it hard for a lot of people. And I'm hoping that changes someday. It might, depending on how much Blender's community continues to grow, and if like studios ever start like considering moving to it. I guess we'll see. But you know, there's still a lot of people who are in school who aren't learning enough, and I come across it every day. And so I'm trying to fill that gap where I can. But I can definitely agree with you there. Autodesk is kind of like, you know, I don't want to call them as bad as Adobe, because Adobe's pretty fucking bad. But at least they're updating the core pieces of software. I was sad to lose things like Mudbox and stuff like that, because those applications just haven't been updated in years. But I'm glad that they do still continue developing for Maya and changing it. And I think the pressure over the years has caused them to add new tools that we didn't have before, so starting to see a little bit of a shift. I don't know if that'll translate to like the actual licensure of it, but we'll see. Autodesk is within the realm, still better than Adobe. Yeah, Adobe is just a piece of garbage. I honestly hate giving them any money, but I love Substance Painter a little bit too much. And unfortunately, they bought Substance Painter, so, you know, I'm kind of stuck there. And I don't want to do Marmoset's texturing tool, because I don't know, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I guess I'll just cut that there. Yeah, I'm for sure not the biggest fan of Adobe. Algorithmic broke my heart the day they sold. Is that the company that owned it originally? I just started using it like maybe 6 months ago, so. Yeah, so they did own it. Okay, I see. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely sucks. Part of me feels like Blender and the rapid growth is part of why they're keeping up with the times. Yes, they definitely are, and like they're finding ways. They're. I feel like Blender's finding ways to make things easier. Sometimes it sacrifices like things that we know as like rules that we need to like follow when it comes to 3D. But I think Blender is on a really good path, and I think some of these other softwares need to start learning from that. It is just kind of a reality. It's good to have competition in a market. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Most companies really hate competition because then it means they have to work for their customer base, but like, you need it. And Blender is offering good competition, I think, at this point. Like, the reality is like, if I lost my Autodesk and I had to go to Blender, like, I could probably easily do it. I don't want to, but I don't think it would be that difficult. I like what I use, though, because I've been using it for so long, so I don't necessarily want to change. I do worry at some point that they'll get rid of the indie license. If they do that, I will have to switch. But I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm hoping I can generate a big enough following that at that point I can email them and be like, hey, don't do this. You know? Crazier things have happened. So that loops around, so we'll cut that right there. I haven't saved in like 2 hours. Okay, cut that. So this is the bottom of the motor, so I can do we'll do a cut right through here. Let's not put the seam right there, because I don't want to have a seam on that portion. That'll just cause some weird distortion. I think Blender's just for cartoon production. No, it can do a lot more. I mean, there's some really amazing examples of like what Blender can do. Watch, I can show you guys something that actually kind of blew me away. Again, it comes down to like it's a tool, and it's a tool in the hands of an artist. And if the artist has the skills to do things amazing with it, they will. So like, for instance, this, right? So if I pull up, I don't think it has any like copyrighted music in it. So let me see here. Blender helicopter landing. This was made by an ILM artist who is using Blender, I guess, outside of normal stuff. But like, look at this. Like, this is pretty amazing. I hate the widescreen, but like, you can do some incredible stuff in Blender. So like, it's not that Blender's bad. It's just, it's accessible. So like, you do see a lot more of the like general public doing things with it. But when you see like an artist that actually has experience in 3D use it, you can do some amazing shit with it. Fox Creative Gaming, hello, how are you? I think all 3D modeling software rocks. It's just what works for you. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It should never be like, it should never be about like what's better. Like, they all do the same thing. They really just different tools for us to use. Yeah, exactly. And you know, I get it. Like, Blender's free. Maya costs a lot of money, so I don't blame people for using Blender. I would too if indie wasn't an option and I couldn't afford it. But thankfully, Maya indie's an option for me. But for a lot of people, it's not. And then if you're in a country that doesn't offer the ability to use it, then it's even kind of a worse situation. But as long as the software does what I need it to do, I don't mind paying for it as long as it's reasonable. I was talking with Barter Creative the other night on his stream, and we were talking about like the cost of Nuke. And like thankfully Nuke apparently just started offering an indie version too, but that software costs like almost 10 grand a year. So like it's just like you have to pick and choose what you're gonna do. I pay for Max and it's my 3D modeling software of choice. See, that's awesome. Do you use Max Indie or do you use like the full-blown like professional one? Because I know they just launched 3ds Max Indie. Use Indie? Okay, cool. Because I think they just launched it. I never noticed it before, so I could be wrong there. I never really got into modeling in Max. I didn't enjoy 3ds Max all that much, to be honest with you. But I think it's just it's kind of purpose built for other uses than what I was trying to do. And I could be totally wrong, and it could be totally different now. I haven't used it for like 13 years, so take my opinion on 3ds Max with a grain of salt. Blender General just shut making and posting on Instagram. What do you mean, 3Domiker? Blender General just making and posting on Instagram. Yeah, I don't know what you mean there. Oh, I cut that wrong. It doesn't matter. It's been around for a long time, but it's hard to locate the indie options. Yeah, they definitely don't make them super widely available, which is why I advertise them for them. So, I didn't know they were a thing. So my story with all that, when I found that stuff, it was like 2020, and I was starting to get back into 3D just because of COVID, and I had nothing else to do. But I only had Maya 2014 because I've got the Creative Suite on a thumb drive that I got from school because it's a perpetual license. So it was a student version. It's 2014. I couldn't upgrade it. I wanted to use something newer. And so I was going to look for a new software because I'm like, I can't afford Maya. And so I was looking at Houdini. I could not stand Houdini. I know I'll probably have to learn some of it someday, but I could not stand it. I tried Cinema 4D and it couldn't do what I wanted it to do. And so then I just searched Maya Indie license one day and it popped up. And I was like, why is this not on the main site? And I still don't know why. Trying to get into doing VFX. What do I need to learn to start creating cool VFX? So you're trying to do like VFX sims? Or are you trying to do like animation for VFX or modeling for VFX? Do you have like a specified area or you want to do like generalist stuff? I consider myself a generalist, so that's kind of why I ask. Okay. I'm trying to do generalist stuff, so it's kind of a shotgun answer, right? So you need to learn basically everything that you're going to be working with. But to me, the main focuses that I focus on are modeling, topology, UV, rigging. I don't think you need to focus too much on animation, but rendering, lighting, that sort of stuff, like anything that you can consider like technical portions of the art as well as the art itself. Those are things that you should focus on. So what I'll tend to do with my projects is I will pick something that I want to go with. So BD1 is a good example of it, right? Because I did BD1 modeling, I did the texturing, the UV, all that, and then I let it sit for a while. I'm now rigging BD1 to work through that process, as well as I'll be animating BD1. I've already kind of done the rendering of BD1, so I'm not worried about that, but I'm going to bring it into kind of the real world as well. So I'm going to try to do some video recording and put BD into the scene, composite all that stuff in. So like really, like you do kind of have to shotgun approach it. Can I post a link to a clip that I want to do? Twitch might not allow you to. You can try it. If not, you can, I think, send it to me as a whisper. And I'll take a look at it. Just let me know when you send it. Okay, so I think we're good there. I'm pretty sure this goes all the way through, which was kind of a dumb idea on my part. I'm just hoping that goes all the way through. Oh, thank God it does. Okay. That would have sucked really bad if it didn't. Okay, so I should be able to cut this off now. Cut. Alright, I think this is ready. No, it's not. Okay. Oh, let's see. Hey, it looked like it worked. Okay, hold on a second. I've seen the rigging videos on IG. The library for curves was news to me, and I'm waiting for that to come. And I'm waiting for that to come to YouTube. Oh, Mr. Blazerman, if you're in the Discord, I can send you a link to the library. I think if that's what you're asking. That's an awesome plugin. So let me see here. It's the magic effect for the characters we're using. Let's see. It's trying to buffer. Oh, here we go. Okay. So you're trying to do like the simulation. Okay. I see what you're talking about. I need to watch this show. I've got this show on my list to watch. I can't show this on stream because it's copyrighted stuff. But, so something like that, you're going to want to start learning Bifrost. Start looking at Bifrost in Maya. It's a very good show. Yeah, I'll have to look at that one. What's it called again? I recognize the characters. I don't remember the name. The library and the videos I think you mentioned. I saw that you were telling someone you'd make a video. Oh, the rigging. Yes, I will make a video on the BD1 rigging. I just have to finish it first. Yeah, I'm in Discord. I'll take that link too. Okay, cool. I need to post that in the resources tab. Fryrun. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to watch that one. I've been looking for a new show to watch, so maybe I'll start that tonight. That's the wrong edge. That's exactly what I didn't want it to do. Okay, so I think I can cut that. And then I'm going to just cut this off entirely. I don't have Maya, but I hear some parts of Bifrost in it. I have been trying to do it with Max Particle Sim. Max Particle Sim is, I know, kind of limited. Let me see. Hold on. Yes, Max Fluid Sims. Gosh, it's been so long since I've used this. So I know Max kind of has like its interior fluid sim software, but I don't know how great it is. If you want to look at something that would help you, take a look at if it's still a thing. Yeah, Fume Effects. So this guy is a super solid tool for 3ds Max and Maya. This is what I used when I used 3ds Max. I used Fume Effects to do my fire and fluid simulations because it's super powerful and you can achieve a lot of what you're trying to achieve with it. And I think it's fairly inexpensive, if I remember correctly. Let me see. I don't remember how much it costs. Why do you guys do that? United States? Let me see. USA. CG River. How much do you charge for Fume Effects? Oh, JK, it's not affordable at all. Well, I mean, that's a good way to do it. It's just expensive. That was also for Maya. Fume FX, 3ds Max. So there's an upgrade. That's cheap. But yeah, the, wow, $1,000. That used to be like a $200 application. Well, that got expensive. That's a bummer. Max particles are not bad. I know there's a lot you can do with them, so I guess it's just going to be dependent on like finding the right tutorials on how to do it. I just can't. I can't remember what all Max has, so I don't really know what you can do there. But if there's fluid simulation stuff, you can use the fluid sims to do things like fire, and you can add particles into those fires. So there's things you can do to kind of cheat it. I was able to do some of what I wanted to do, but some things I don't understand. Gotcha. Can I get more stylized file, or is it all relatively realistic? So stylized fire is one of those weird things where like sometimes it's really just a combination of like sprites and particle systems and not so much fluid simulations. I've never really seen like a stylized fluid sim. Like you can add like a toon texture to it, but it's obviously not going to look very good. I wouldn't really know how to do stylized fire aside from doing like sprites. So if you want to look into like sprite generation, that might be one way of doing it. But it's not something I've played with. Okay. I think I'm ready to unwrap this. No, I'm not. JK. Now I am. I think. Did I cut my seams? I haven't cut all my seams yet. Okay. Now I'm ready to unwrap it. I think that was the most difficult piece so far that I've had to do. God, that's perfect. Dude. Oh, it's so nice. I can't even. That's so good. That's so nice. All right. Oh, it's so easy. Suburbans, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. What software is it? John, this is, I keep forgetting the name of it. It's Rizom UV for virtual spaces. Let's see. Okay. Let's look at you. This will be an easy one. I know what I'm doing after stream. It's going to be the exact same thing. But I feel like I can finish this tonight, which is kind of insane because normally these models take me at least a couple days to do. Yeah, I can definitely say after this, I will gladly pay for this. This has been like the best free trial I've ever used, so. And then we're gonna render this guy in Marmoset. So, whole bunch of like new experiences this week or this month. Oops. I'm actually really excited for Marmoset. I'm sad that loading the ship into Marmoset isn't gonna work just because all of those assets are 4K, including the environment, so I kind of screwed up there. So I'm just doing those renders in Maya, but I'm excited to experiment with it with something that's not super heavy like that. Alright, so let's cut this outside piece. Nope. Go cut. Rizom easy to learn. So far, it's actually been really easy, yes. They have a really good quick start tutorial. And I haven't had any problems since I did that. There's a lot more tools to it that I don't know about yet, but I mean, as far as doing everything I do in Maya, it took me maybe half an hour to learn. Unfold that. Or not, that's fine too. There we go. What are those? Why are those? What the hell? That's bizarre. I don't know what that's all. Oh no, I bet you I know what that is. Yeah, that's. I bet you that's what that is. I think those came off of one of these. I can almost guarantee it did. Where are the little... Wait. Wait a minute. What does that go? Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's exactly where they came from. Oopsie. That's fine. I think it... Oh, did it auto-solve that? It did. Okay. That's cool. I can appreciate that. Let's see. Cool. Beautiful. Show. Let's do this guy real quick. This is just another one of those plates. Let's see, so we're gonna go up here, cut that guy, go here. Why we need to use Rizom over Maya for unwrapping? You really don't. You absolutely don't. The reason I'm using it is because it's faster. It advertises as being faster, and so far I can definitely attest to it being faster. So there's nothing wrong with Maya's tools for UV unwrapping. They work great. I want to be faster in the unwrapping portion because it's my least favorite portion of what I do. Right next to rigging. I also hate rigging. Okay, so that's everything. So we'll cut that guy. Go ahead and unfold that, and boom. Perfect. Show. Let's see. Are you fully dedicated to 3D? I mean, in my free time, yes. In my work time, no. Someday, but no. I work in IT in my normal time, and then I dedicate all my free time basically to this. So I spend my time doing 3D on stream, and I spend my time doing 3D off stream. I also hate rigging. There are very few people I've met in my life that like rigging, so you're not alone. Alright, so let's go to this guy. We'll look at this one here. Isolate you. But simple stuff like this, I mean, like, you just go through, select your joints, or select your edge loops anyway. And you can just do a cut and an unfold, and you're done, and it's just beautiful. And it just works really, really well. Okay. And guys, I'll put it out there again. If you are interested in learning and kind of growing your skills in a group of people who are trying to learn and grow their skills, join my Discord. We're all working in modeling, Maya, animation, stuff like that. Everyone's just kind of sharing their work and learning and growing together. So if you're interested, you feel free to join my Discord. Do I leave that? I'm going to cut that. All right, so we'll just cut the entire thing. Unfold, unwrap, boom, and done. It's so quick. It's so nice. When you feel comfortable after starting learning hard surface modeling, how much time to take to feel this? I can't get good at this. It takes a while. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that one. If it doesn't take a while, it takes a lot of just kind of like pushing through it, because there's a lot to learn about it, and a lot of people don't enjoy it. A lot of people don't like it. Because it is kind of a technical art. Like, you do have to worry about the way your geometry is built, the way your edges are flowing, the way your UVs are laid out. Like, there is a lot of technical stuff to it. So when it comes to feeling confident in it, I can't say when it like happens, right? Because like I don't know when it happened for me. Like, it just kind of happened. But just keep hammering away at projects, and eventually you'll start to feel more comfortable with it. And like, you'll learn things as you go. Like, you'll keep growing as you go. So don't be afraid to just jump in. And, you know, the saying is always, don't be afraid to make bad art. Don't be afraid to make bad art, because you're going to make bad art, and that's okay. And it's a learning experience, and that's what you're here to do. That's what we're all here to do. I've been doing this for a long time, and I haven't been doing this like religiously for a long time, like I have been these past like 7 months. But I can promise you, if you spend that time, you'll grow, and you'll get better, and you'll start to feel better about that. Okay. You need to review our arts in a typical day. So if you want stuff like that, just join the Discord if you're not in the Discord already, because I do have a section for critiques and review and stuff like that. And then just ping me, and I'll do that for you. I definitely don't mind doing it, as long as you're open to the critiques. Let me think about this. So if I fold that way, that might work. I'm gonna try this. I don't think I've ever tried cutting something like this before, so. Okay. Beautiful. Cut those. Trying to do this so this unfolds evenly. I don't know if this is going to work this way, but I'm going to try it. Let's see what happens. Oh, it almost worked. But unfortunately, that's going to have to come off. Which is fine. I don't mind having a seam up there. I do not like the way that's shaped, though. I might come back to that piece. Okay. Oh boy, I'm inside the model. This is the only thing that it feels weird, like your orientation changing, all that, but oh well. Not a big deal. Not a huge deal. Let's see. We need to keep separate objects before UV unwrapping? No, you can have them all separate. Or you can have them all combined. It really doesn't matter. I leave mine separate because it's much easier to separate and figure out like what pieces you're working with. I wouldn't, like on a model like this, I would not recommend combining because you have so many pieces here. If you combine this into one object, it is going to be a nightmare. Let's see. What time is it? Almost time. Alright, let's do the barrels. Let's get some real work done here. Let's go isolate. These are going to be so easy. I love it. And actually, I'm only doing one of them anyway because I'm going to figure out how to duplicate the UV across because I'm not going to do this every single time. I accidentally selected something I shouldn't have. Okay. Cut. Unfold. Unwrap. What the hell happened there? Something got... something got missed. And I don't know what. Oh, just a little piece. Cool. Let's see. All right. Hey, Cryptic. I'm trying to make a character for my game project. It's my personal game, just a small, so I need references for the character. What site can I use? Kind of depends. ArtStation's got a lot of good stuff. You can kind of get some stuff on, what do you call it? DeviantArt. Although I hear that's full of like AI art now, so that might be a hit or miss. If not, Pinterest usually has some good stuff. Just a couple of different sites. There's also some like dedicated character reference sites. I just don't know what the names of them are. Should I create a character on Maya in detail or should I use Maya? I mean, you can create your... I guess it depends. Like, it depends on what you're going for. If you're doing like a low poly, like Maya is probably your best bet. But if you're doing like a detailed character, you should probably do like your base mesh in Maya and then pull it into ZBrush or whatever sculpting software you use. It really depends. I'm using right now Crack Maya. Is it okay if I use it just pushing my skills and not freelancing and nothing? I mean, I can't really say it's okay because you know, obviously it's not, but if you're not doing it for like freelance and stuff like that, I mean, I don't necessarily see a big deal with it. I don't really care. Like, people are going to do what people are going to do. I purchased my software. So I get that some people can't, so you got to do what you got to do. But I don't either condone or support pirating just because it's, you know, it is technically illegal. So, but from a standpoint of what you're doing with it, I don't see an issue with it. I just can't condone it. Thanks, bro. You're welcome. Software. This is called Rizom UV. This software is only for UV mapping. Okay. This one's easy. I'm just gonna do this one this way. That was way too easy. Wait, oh, I did the, oops, I did the cut up here. Where it should be. Oh, okay, isolate. That's weird that it did that. Okay. Oh, I see how it works. All right. Interesting. Cool. How many hours do you work in 3D and one seating? It really depends. Some days I only get like an hour or two in, and then other days I'll be able to get like 5 to 10. So it just really depends. But like, I spend 90% of my free time doing this. Also, I think, but I can't afford it. I get it. 3D marker. I'm not gonna judge you for doing what you got to do. Don't think that I will judge you because I get it. I've been there. So I think when the day comes and you can afford it, definitely buy it. But you know, you're doing what you have to right now, and I get it. I'm just not a legal person, so I can't speak to the, you know, the legality of it or the rightfulness of it. That piece looks like it's going to stress me out, so I'm going to do it later. Let's work on this one. Isolate. Great work, thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see. This one, I kind of do need to make sure it's laid out properly because this part's visible. Put our seam down here. This will be the least, like, oh shoot, no, that won't work. I do need the seam going through the whole model. This is okay, so this is kind of a weird shape, so we're gonna have to cut this up a little bit differently. Can modeling texture be a good career? Yeah, it can be. It just depends on where you end up and like what industry you're trying to get into. I would say like the VFX industry and the gaming industry are kind of a mess right now, so not really. Do you arrange everything on the same 0-1? I've seen people who don't do that. What's your take on it? So I do sometimes. Most of the times I'm using UDIMs. At least now with the complexity of the projects that I'm working on now, I tend to use UDIMs. So like this one will probably be like 5 or 6 UDIMs just because I want to get as much texture resolution out of it as possible. But for smaller projects, yeah, I'll do it on the same tile. If you saw the ship in the hangar, the ship itself is on like 19 tiles. So it just really depends on the project for me. Hello, why? I think Rizom's not hungry. No, actually, it seems to be running pretty good. I think the lagging that I'm getting is just because I'm streaming to 4 different platforms at one time. But otherwise, like, it seems really efficient. And they claim that you can load super high polygon models into it, so that has yet to be tested by myself. But, I mean, so far it's handling this without any issues. Not that this is like a hyper complex model. I did it again. That. It's me, Abinesh. Hi, sir. How you? How's it going? Good to see you. Okay. Cut that. Good. Awesome. Glad you're doing good. It's morning for you now, right? Hi, sir. Good morning. It is morning over there. Good morning. How are you? Wake up, work, wake up. I'm gonna call you wake up. Did I select one? Nope. And cut. Okay, so that almost separates all of that. I need to get some of these projects done, that way for October I can do something spooky. Let's see. Yes, you may, sir. Let's see. Please explain topology for cylinder, boolean, and cylinder. So I don't use booleans. I try really hard not to use booleans just because they end up screwing up topology more than they should. But, you know, your topologies, like, as long as you're focusing on making sure everything's quadded out, like, the biggest things you want to avoid are those pinching points where most cylinders combine in the center point, like right here. You want to split that up and quad that out. So this is generally how I'll like topologize my cylinders, just to make sure that they're feeding into quads. And like even this, that's still a quad. So that's just really what you want to focus on with your cylinders. Otherwise, you don't need to stress too much about them. There's if you are on Instagram. So on Instagram, if you scroll down in my Reels feed, there is a tutorial on how to topologize a cylinder. And there's also one on my YouTube channel as well. Which if you guys aren't following the YouTube channel, make sure you are. Something like hard surface T-shaped pipe. It's going to be kind of the same concept. So if you're doing a pipe, it's a lot easier because you don't have to worry about your caps. So you would just want to do your extrusion, and then you're going to have to split it. So when you do that split, you're going to probably want to take two cylinders. You're going to want to cut a hole in one and then merge through the center. Like, I'd have to model it to show you, but kind of like that. Your last project is insane. Congrats. Thank you so much. I'm glad it was well received because I was so very tired of it at the end. But thank you. I appreciate that, Lucas. I will also be really happy when I'm done pushing out the renders for my ArtStation portfolio because, my God, they're taking forever. I learned a valuable lesson with that project, and that's don't do your environments in 4K ever. It's not worth the computing power. I remember when you started that whole project, hard work paid off, bro. Congrats. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I know, it's crazy to think that I started that when I started like actually streaming 3D, so it was a weird midway point for finishing it. So I guess that is pretty cool. I didn't really think about it that way until like now. It has its issues, and I'm working on some of them with another artist to kind of learn like where my mistakes were. But otherwise, I'm super happy with that thing. Let's see. Let's see. All right, so environments always in 8K only. No, my poor media center PC is gonna catch on fire one of these days because that's what I have rendering everything. All right, sir. How is AI going in 3D industry? Please clarify. I don't know because I don't work in the industry. But from what I know, it is kind of affecting like concept artists. It's really not anywhere near affecting like general 3D work, just because it's still too young in its stages there. I hope it never gets better, but probably will, unfortunately. So I don't know. It's just something to watch and just kind of be mindful of. But I can tell you from the experiment that I did with it, it's got a long way to go. Alright, got that. I think that's good. This is either going to work really well or it's just going to fail completely. Okay, so I need an edge seam that's going to function. I think I'm just going to do this. That seems to be the best way to go about this. Let's see if this is gonna work. Unwrap. Nope, doesn't look like it did. Oh, it for sure didn't. Okay, so what's the issue? What is our problem here? Because we have... Where did my... Wait a minute. Oh, shoot. Wait. I'm confused. Where did my seam go? I know I cut one. Did I not? I'm so confused. I thought I did. I also can't tell if I'm upside down or not. Oh, there we go. Right set up. Okay. So I did cut a seam, but I didn't... Oh, I didn't cut the outer seam. Okay, my bad. So actually, that's probably fine. Cut. Alright, so let's unfold that now. That's better. Okay. Layout. So we have everything laid out really well, it looks like. I think we're okay. Yeah, that'll be alright. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, thanks, sir. You're welcome. Compare both software, Blender and Maya, which is better, sir? They're both fine. It really comes down to personal choice, and if you have the ability to purchase Maya, because Maya is expensive. But yeah, Blender and Maya, they both do the same thing. They're both fine. I would say Maya still has the leg up because it's industry standardized, but there are people who would argue with you on that one, so it's just one of those conversations, I suppose. Okay. stop that real quick. It does seem to hesitate during cutting, which is kind of interesting. But otherwise, I'm not really having any issues with this. Alright. Sir, I'm studying BVOC animation and multimedia. Is there any further... Oh, is there any future for it? BVOC? I don't know. Can you explain what BVOC is? Because I'm pretty sure what I searched is not what it means. Oh, I see. Okay, let me finish off this piece here. Okay, let's do an unfold and a layout. Beautiful unfold. Show, file, and save. Sorry, mistake. Future. I don't know what BVOC is the problem. That's where I'm confused because I don't know what that is. I'll give you a minute. I'll give you a minute to answer that. TikTok, you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm gonna go ahead and end stream on TikTok. And minimize. No. Get my chat up. There we go. Okay. Let me go ahead and save this. Save. Okay. So let's see here while I got everybody here. Chrome, we got Chrome. I am gonna have to end stream here. Wake up, but if you do need, oh wait, here we go. Oh, Bachelor of Vocational Animation and Multimedia, sir. Yeah, I mean, there's a future in it. Like right now, it's just a rough time, so I wouldn't stress too much about it. Go ahead and continue what you're doing, but definitely kind of have a plan B for the time being, just because things are a little rough right now. But I still want to believe that there's a future in it, so I would still continue doing what you're doing. But all right, Instagram, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Lots of good conversations, lots of fun topics. I appreciate you guys being here. SGI, good job today, my dude. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. And good to see you, by the way. But Instagram, thank you guys so much. Again, I appreciate you guys being here. I didn't realize my head was so low on Instagram for some reason. But fix it someday. You guys, I will be live again on Friday on YouTube only. Well, YouTube and TikTok, because I have to do their stupid earn your live thing. But I will be live on YouTube on Friday, so keep an eye out for the announcement on that one. Probably going to be texturing this thing, so that'll be fun. Okay, thanks, sir. I am from India. Gotcha. Well, welcome on in. It's good to see you. It's good to have you. Yeah, no, so I'll see you guys live on Friday. So thanks a lot, Instagram. I will talk to you all soon. Just gotta give it a second to end. And there we go. Okay. All right, YouTube. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'm going to go ahead and end stream here. I appreciate you all being here. YouTube exclusive W, yes. Yes, they've been going good on Fridays, so I've been enjoying doing them. So you guys have a wonderful night, YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the likes, and thank you for being here. And Twitch!